The current Spider-Man run in the comics 616 is nobody really likes it. Nobody's really enjoying it. Everybody's down on it. There's like no good sides to it when you really think about it, right? I mean, like Mary Jane and Spider-Man aren't together. Mary Jane's with this dweeb Paul. They had a kids together who just vanished magically. Peter Parker still can't do anything right with his life. He actually needs to be saved time and time and time and time again. Norman Osborn's like Peter Parker's mentor. There's just so much wrong with this run. But can we talk about Ben Reilly Chasm for a second? What happened there? Also a problem with this run. But there's one good thing. There's one glimmer of hope. You love him, you hate him, hey, maybe you hate to love him, and if you love to hate him, you're just a weirdo, and his name is Wreck-Rap, baby! Bing-a-ling-a-dingo. I will not let it be a secret, I love this guy. He's like everything that's right with comics, in my opinion. He's fun, has his own unique way of doing things, the utmost admiration for Spider-Man, or Parker, Pete Man, or whatever. Let's just do who the heck this guy is, then we can talk about why he's great, and why you might think he sucks, and why you're probably wrong about him sucking, okay? When Madame Pryor tried to take over New York City and cause a demon invasion, demons began to inhabit the city and humans were just forced to live alongside them. Like, pretty much like prisoners, okay? Well, when this short, shriveled up, twerp, nerd, dork, loser, stupid, eyes-looking motherfucker is about to get beat up by a bunch of jockier demons, when Peter Parker comes over and punches one of them square in the face, defends the little twerp demon, right? The small creature instantly pledges his allegiance to Peter. We next see him when Madame Pryor and Chasm are forming their own team to kill Spider-Man, and our little demon friend is like, psych, I'm not gonna kill Spider-Man, I'm gonna be just like Spider-Man. He runs away as everybody tries chasing him. He finds this warlock demon dude who told him he could make him like Spider-Man. Naturally, our little demon friend's like, okay, I'm down. So he gives him this infused symbiote with magic, which essentially eats him and infuses with a small demon. What came out on the other side is the one and only, the King, Wreck-Rap. When Peter finds himself in the trouble, Wreck-Rap appears in a two-fight against a very goofy-looking version of the Sinister Six. After the events of Madame's invasion, no one knows what happened to Wreck-Rap. A repo demon is collecting all the other demons left in New York City after the invasion, trying to bring them back to Limbo, but Wreck-Rap is snooping around and he catches him doing something else. What is it? Well, it's unbeknown to us, but Sherlock Holmes' Wreck-Rap is on the case. He tries to tell Spider-Man all about this, but Spider-Man doesn't believe him, and Wreck-Rap inevitably gets eaten by the repo demon. He's not dead, he's just back in Limbo, and he's got to fight off the entire goofy Sinister Six in a 6v1, so let's wish our boy good luck. While we wait to find out what happens there, though, because, you know, it actually hasn't come out, it comes out in 2 weeks, let's talk about what makes Wreck-Rap so dope. For starters, I adore any character who can see what Spider-Man stands for and then wants to be just like him. At his core, I think Spider-Man represents always trying to help others no matter what. Peter didn't stop a criminal and it results in his uncle's death, and with that, he learned the biggest lesson in his life: with great power comes greater responsibility, right? He's got to always save others because he believes he has the power to do so. The Venom symbiote learns this from him and respects Peter for it. Flash Thompson sees Spider-Man as a beacon of hope. He understands what Spider-Man stands for, so he strives to be that. And now Wreck-Rap sees how goated Spider-Man is, and he's now going to be following in the footsteps of being a superhero. Secondly, he's got like a rags to riches story, right? The man's a short, twerp, nerd, dork, goon, ugly looking thumb. But even still, he wants to be Spider-Man and protect people, even if he can't protect himself. It's like Captain America in the first Avengers movie. He's just willing to get beat up as long as other people are okay.
Wars. Guts.
Grenade! No, get away! Get back!
Someone willing to sacrifice himself who deserves to be given the powers to make change. That's what Wreck-Rap is. If you're willing to sacrifice, you deserve to have the power. Because you know what? You understand what it's like to do for others instead of doing for yourself. I love how goofy he is. He has his own way of talking and says random ass phrases like bing-a-ling-a-dingo and going along a ding-dong. He shows up after not seeing him for like 15 issues in a disguise looking like a private eye. He looks exactly like himself, but he's just wearing like what like a detective may wear if they were like 8'5". Like, it's awesome. When he recalls a story, he doesn't just have a memory and we get to read his memories. It's a Wreck-Rap story time, baby. If it's Wreck-Rap story time, I will be there. We will be there without question. He is goofy, lovable character who tries to embody everything Spider-Man is. What's not to love? Literally. Well, I guess I can talk about a few things that you may not like about him. Fair. The character is a great character in my eyes, but I'm sure there's some things on here that might bother people. So I gotta list them. We've got another Spider-Person already. There's already 2 Peter Parker Spider clones alive, and then there's an entire Spider-Verse filled with Peters and other Spider-Man characters. Peter also already has a clone named Spider-Side that kind of resembles Wreck-Rap, even though he lacks all the charm Wreck-Rap has. Spider-Verse fatigue is real, so that could definitely be one issue some people have. I will not disagree with them there. You know, there's just so many freaking Spider-Man characters now. He's also technically a symbiote character. The Warlock had a symbiote and demon fused together, but definitely still a symbiote character. And these characters get enough complaints about being oversaturated as is. We just had an entire Venomverse, right? On top of that, there's the entire Life Foundation symbiotes. They were changed into like these symbiotic, cybernetic symbiotes in the Misery run. Then you got Carnage running around. There's like 3 or 4 different Carnages running around. There's just so many symbiotes. I think Black Widow became a symbiote as well. You know, you got Toxin still running around. You got Dylan Brock as Venom. You still got Eddie Brock out there being the King in Black. There's just so much symbiote nonsense going on. I understand that people might not want to see another symbiote character, but Rap, he's just different. He's like Spider-Man and symbiote character in his own way. He's just his own thing. He's his own guy. Somehow Rap literally fits in both the Spider-Verse and Venomverse. He's also really goofy, like to the point I'm sure a lot of people feel it takes him out of the comic, but let me just say I love that over-the-top shit. It's comics. It's supposed to be not real. I don't know how it's taking you out of the story when you're reading about goofy superheroes already. Now you see this big, extreme, laughable, lovable, goofy superhero, and you're like, nah, this is unrealistic. It's like you've been reading about people shooting lasers and swinging around all day with impossible forms of means. It doesn't make any sense that you're not gonna have an issue with Rap being the impossible thing. Like, what? There's people who use telepathy. How does that make sense? I'm telling you guys, if you don't know who Rap is, you're gonna love him for his charming, goofy physique, or you may just hate him because you hate fun. You know, you might hate fun, so you hate Rap. But either way, Rap is the best thing to come out of the current run, and it's literally not even close. Argue with the wall.